confirm, then the audio sounds good. That will be all, and I'm gonna wait for viewers. So if you guys can help me with the audio, that would be great. See. All right, just gonna wait for people to join and to let me know how the audio sounds, so we can start this video, and we can talk about questions and answers. Okay, this will be the video of agosto. So if you have any questions, si tienen alguna pregunta, siéntanse completamente libres de contestar. Gracias. Thank you for the audio check. Audio check is good. That's good. So any questions, anything then you want to ask me right now, you're more than welcome to say it and everything. So you're more than welcome. So can you do me a favor? Oh, can you do me a favor? Can you write the truck number and the mileage so I can write it on the invoice? Because right now I'm on live video right now. Yeah, or you can send me a screenshot, or you can just write it, because I need the big number too and everything. Yeah, big number too. We're on a live video right now, so we're gonna be talking about stuff right now. All right, so if you guys have any questions, si tienen alguna pregunta, pueden de preguntar aquí cualquier pregunta de lo que sea de camiones en español, en inglés. Any question will be welcome. That is not. If I know the answer, I will give it to you. So we have a couple comments right now. Santiago say, hey. Santiago says, it sounds good. Thank you. Elvis, ¿cómo estamos? Audio check. Cash NYC says, what's up, man? Yep. Glad to see your channel getting bigger. Thank you for that. Orlando Juárez, se les saluda cordialmente. Francisco Maya desde Managua, Nicaragua. Ok, bendiciones, gracias. Edgar de León, ¿cómo está? Muy bien, estamos aquí trabajando. Tenemos mucho trabajo que hacer y aquí estoy tratando de manera de coordinar todo, como estamos ahorita. Todavía hay camiones que todavía estamos viendo y estoy teniendo ayuda de diferente gente que estamos haciendo los trabajos. Edgar de León, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien, tratando de estar mejor cada día. Luis Flores, oh no, me salté uno. Richard 0713 says, do you think then the trucking industry will come back with good rates like before? That would be a question for you, Gary. So that will not, I think, will happen, but it will not happen just now. It will take a while for it to happen. So I'm not sure how long it's gonna take for everything to go back to the way it was before, but okay. So I just wanna pull the big number and everything. So just getting information. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go the way it used to be before, but hopefully it goes the same way it was, because rates are very bad right now. So hopefully it goes, no? Let's see. Luis Flores say, problem with the DD13 rough idle. Well, there's many reasons why that happens. So mostly we need to see the truck to understand what's the problem, but in many cases could be adjustments, could be fuel pump, could be bad filters and stuff. And we also have NUASA 77. Awesome. Thank you for that. Donald Noriega, saludos Francisco, gracias por verme atendido aquí ayer soy el de T660 que anda. Oh, ok. Donaldo Noriega, ya está, ya sabe, cuando quiera venir nomás venga con tiempo. Estamos muy ocupados todo el tiempo, siempre tenemos camiones que están viniendo y saliendo todo el tiempo. Es algo que gracias a Dios está perfecto y gracias a ustedes por el apoyo también. Tony Hernandez, why is the best motor, the best diesel motor out there? Well, I mean, like when you talk about best, there is many reasons. I mean, many ways to describe something that is best. Fuel economy, reliability, and power. Right? We can talk about. We can have three different areas. But in general, if an engine that meets all three will be hard. All engines are having problems nowadays. There is not an engine that is not that is completely exempt of problems. They're all having some sort of problems, or they may have oil consumption. They may have problems with the regen. They may have problems with engines itself, and okay. So I think the best two engines I would say so far then are like okay. I would say Cummins and Detroit are the best engines. Volvo is a good engine, but it's going so bad right now because the parts are so expensive. I mean, like they're so expensive, and the quality is kind of like going downhill right now. I don't know why. Volvo used to be a very good engine, but little by little, quality is like kind of like going down. So I don't know. So I think the best engines you can buy so far, Detroit and Cummins. Detroit being the cheapest, and Cummins being the strongest. So like it depending on you, what will be your option or what would you like to buy. Okay, Afsal Hamsin says hi. Okay, hi. See, go down and say like LA to Toronto. Hola, Mr. Amaya. I have a question. My truck keeps pushing. And I told mechanic the supply shop the air compressor, and the air to air compressor and compressor didn't stop building air. It could be a lot about. Okay, yeah. If you have a truck, then it's like spitting every time, like it's like pushing air from the dryer every single time. There is, let me see, two major reasons, right? The first reason, then the line that goes from the unloader valve to the air to the governor is leaking air, and it's like allowing the air to leave the chamber and asking for building air. And most modern trucks, that is built in with the air dryer. So the air dryer is one piece. So the supply line goes inside the air dryer, and you will have to replace the air dryer. In some other cases, could be then the unloader valve is stuck in a position, then is asking for, constantly building air, and as it leaks, continue building air and it goes out. But I would say then the best way to get that problem will be to see. So to see what's the actual problem. In some cases, the unloader valve leaks air inside and it sends air to the air dryer, and it should be the opposite. The air dryer should send air to the unloader valve. So that's an internal failure on the unloader valve. So you have to replace that. So like those are the things that you need to see, but you actually have to physically open and replace components to understand that problem. Okay, I'm trying to answer the questions as fast as I can. Okay, so I don't want to be like talking about something forever. So at Afsal Hansin, I'm following you from Afghanistan. Thank you from Afghanistan. So far from here. Thank you for your support. Truck Lifestyle 954, Truck Lifestyle 954 says Cummins X15 is better than the D15. Yes, yes, yes. Cummins is a good engine, I would say. I mean, I would say then it's better than other, but still the 15 is competitive. So it is depending on what you want, depending on what you want to use it for. So, but you know, que I don't deny it's a good engine, regardless. Edgar de León, tengo un camión que no prende. Si tienes un camión que no prende, hay muchas razones por las cuales un camión no prende, bastantes. No hay diésel, no hay power, no hay computadora, no hay sincronización de motor, no hay ignición de la llave, no hay presión de combustible, no hay inyección, no hay suficiente flujo de combustible a los inyectores, o está tapado en algún lado y el motor no logra revolucionar a la manera. Para eso se necesita tener el camión y verlo físicamente. La mejor manera, como se pueden dar cuenta, si el motor da estar y no prende, y si hay que revisar la computadora, hay presión de diésel, tenemos sincronización de motor, tenemos revoluciones, tenemos power, no hay ninguna clase de anomalía, ningún código. Y si todo eso está bien, es posiblemente que el motor, la computadora no está dando la señal que el motor no prenda, o simplemente no hay una clase de señal que está haciendo pensar a la computadora que está prendido el motor. Es bastante complicado. Esos detalles son bastante complicados y es mejor tener los camiones aquí para poder resolver esos problemas. Ok, veamos. Mohammed. It is possible for DT12 transmission stocking gear while on loading dock. Yeah, it is possible. If the transmission, if you are driving a DT12 transmission and all of a sudden the air leaks out of the transmission completely, it will be stocking gear. Or the transmission dies like completely, like the power of the transmission disappears completely, it will be stocking gear because there will be no any type of mechanical power to disattach the transmission from that gear. Jose Rodriguez, can I service my DD12 transmission myself? Filter fluid change, can find videos. Yeah, you can do it. There is 2 plugs, one on the bottom, one on the top, and the filter on the back. And doesn't require a major experience to do that. Just use the right filters. I mean the right oil. Most likely the filter, okay, but the oil, the right quality oil. Just buy the right quality oil and you will be okay. So just do that, and once you get that, you will be okay. So just be sure to do that. Okay, Sam SBA say, hey Francisco, the real leveling valve is leaking air and the truck has lean on the right side. What could be the cause? Well, if the leveling valve on the back is leaking air, there could be many reasons why that is happening. Really?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay.
The middle not working. I think that is for the weight.
Okay. I'll
cascade it. The middle meter.
Okay.
So
Sure.
the weight is not working.
Okay.
The new one.
The new one. Is the one here or is another one? Okay. All right then. Sure. I'll see what I can do after now. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. Okay. What I was saying, you were saying about the suspension, the suspension. Well, I mean, like, if the truck was to the side, like, there is no air on the specific side, right? Let's say if it's leaning to the right, the air supply on the right airbag is not getting air. So because the leveling valve is divided into channels, and depending on which channel you select for which side, that will be the one thing it supplies. So it will be you have the supply, and then the delivery. The delivery is gonna be one on the top, one on the bottom, or depending on the type of leveling valve that you have. So if one of them is like no letting air go through the airbags, that is not going to fill the air on those airbags. But some cases, what happens is then the airbag, I mean, the leveling valve gets uh, stuff like corrosion and many other like debris from the air compressor in the air tanks, and it has a small filter inside, and it blocks the flow of the air, and that causes similar problems like that. But you will definitely need to check that. I suppose then the best way to check that the airbag problem will be to unhook both of the lines and see which one is the one that throws air. And so if the right one doesn't throw any air, that means then the leveling valve has a problem. So you will have to check on that. Richard 0713, I guess it is good and probably better for diesel mechanics. Not sure what that is about. Let's see. Oh, you're talking about the rates. Okay. Um, well, I mean, like some shops, some places, they really rip people off. You know, I don't know. I mean, like I guess you already know. Then a lot of people really charge a lot of money. But I will say something. Everybody's business is different. So if I want to charge cheap, it's my own decision. And if whoever want to charge a lot of money, it's their own decision. So there is nothing against that. I suppose if you really want to do that, it's up to you. There is nothing wrong on what you do, but customers tell you the best. So if the customers don't want to pay a lot of money, I mean, okay, from there are customers that I have deal before. Then they're kind of like very problematic. They tell you to do something, and then all of a sudden they don't want you to do something. I mean, kind of like, but that's what it is. I mean, like that's the reason why customer service, right? You have to deal with all that. But let's see how it goes. You know, okay, for us, like we're busy right now, and hopefully it continues on getting busy. And but as it gets busy, that means then the rates and everything, the trucking industry is picking up. So hopefully it continues like that because we all need to work, we all need to eat, and hopefully everything is gonna go the way we expect it to be. Um, Edgar de León, el código es battery potential. Cuando Edgar de León, cuando los códigos dicen battery potential, significa de que el poder, la corriente principal de la batería no está o se está perdiendo o tiene un problema. Pero para tener problemas específicos con códigos se necesita el código específico del vehículo. No son códigos genéricos. El código que está ahí es un código genérico para poder determinar los problemas. A veces es difícil, pero hay que a veces investigar con la computadora para poder tener los detalles. Sí.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, sure.
Somebody will be here.
Yeah, someone will be here. No problem. Okay. Sonny Jean, I suppose then I pronounced that correctly. Can you talk about the wiring diagrams, the power service, and the plan cost? Well. That is when you talk about like the PSL, the power service literature, that is not just about the money. It's about then if you are qualified to get that service. So in order to get that service, you basically have to be an authorized shop from Detroit. If you don't have that, you don't get it, even when you are capable to pay it. And that is kind of lame, kind of stupid sometimes. And the prices vary depending on the level of information you get. But around like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 around that price. But still, like if you have not authorization from Detroit, you cannot get that information. You have to get the credentials in order to be able to get that information. You might be able to get it under the table. Some people will sell that to you here and there. Like there is people that will still sell stuff like that, but it's not gonna be something that you will be going straight to their website and get the information directly. So kind of lame sometimes. All right, let's see. Edgar de León, les saludo desde Connecticut. Oh, muchos saludos, bien lejos de aquí, estamos muy lejos, aquí de Fontana, California, extremadamente lejos. Santiago R dice, I have a code in Finelander, which is 2015 274203. Let's see, 274203. 274203. Let's see what we can find with that, at least to give you a little information without whole code. Well, there is no information. I read 274203. There is not much information. I don't know if I can use this one right here. This one is loading, so $27.40 203. So I just have to wait until it loads. So that thing takes forever. So once I get it loaded, I'll give you, if I can find anything with that specific code, and you send me. All right. So let's go to the next one. NDS23 2014 International Per Star Cummins ISX AC not working. It turns on, blows, and shuts off on its own. So that means the AC system entirely is not working, or the blower is not working, or nothing works at all. Like you turn it on and there's no AC flow, there's nothing like that. So what is the actual problem with that? Like you get air, but you don't get cold air, or you don't get any flow, any airflow at all. So that would be good. If you can give me that information, I will just at least think on what will be the problem. NSDS23, ¿dónde está su taller, hermano? Estamos en Fontana, California, 8215 Beach Avenue, Fontana, California, CCS Fleet Services. En la descripción del video pueden encontrar, de cualquier video pueden encontrar la dirección de mi taller, o pueden simplemente poner mi nombre, Francisco Maya, en Google Maps, en los mapas de Google, y me le va a aparecer mi taller. Edgar de León, ¿cómo puedo comunicarme con usted? Bueno, hay muchas maneras de comunicarme conmigo, pero si quieren platicar directamente en vivo conmigo, como llamada del teléfono, a veces sí estoy de acuerdo con eso, pero a veces como que se tardan demasiado. Quieren preguntarme casi todo, una lista de cosas, y yo tengo muchas cosas que hacer. Tengo trabajo, tengo cosas, tengo que atender personas, tengo que hacer videos como este, y a veces no me queda el tiempo para eso, y a veces si quieren una pregunta, a veces prefiero mejor que me manden mensajes, pero que me manden toda la información. El problema a veces pasa de que cuando la gente me manda preguntas en Instagram o en Facebook, me mandan una pregunta, hey, ¿saben qué? ¿Me puedes ayudar con esto? Pero no me mandan nada más. Entonces, hey, ¿sabes qué? Necesito fotos, necesito videos, necesito todo esto. Me mandan un video y después me mandan otra foto. Se alarga bastante una pregunta, mucho tiempo. Entonces, si ustedes quieren una respuesta inmediata de algo, de una pregunta que tienen, Mándenme videos, mándenme fotos, mándenme códigos de falla, mándenme qué es lo que han hecho, mándenme todo, una lista de todo. Sé, es un mensaje bastante largo, pero yo lo voy a ver y lo voy a analizar y les puedo dar una respuesta concreta lo más rápido posible. Y mi número de teléfono tal vez a rato lo comparta, pero hay gente que me llama a medianoche, hay gente que me llama a cualquier hora. Hey, ¿saben qué? Tengo este problema, ¿me puedes ayudar? Sí, estoy de acuerdo, pero tengan tal vez un poquito más de consideración, que yo no, solo soy yo, no hay nadie más contestando el teléfono, solo soy yo. Veamos, ¿qué más? Ok, Santiago. No, estás bien. Más para abajo. Okay, Richard 0713. I'm going to look into becoming a design technician instead. Trucking is not cutting it. Yeah, I mean, never is too late. You know, like there is always a possibility that you can change your profession. So if you really want to be a design technician, there is nothing wrong with that. I mean, like we all. I mean, like that's the reason. I mean, like. We learn, right? We have that ability to start something new. So if you want to do that, hey, I mean, like just visual technician is a different type of headache, you know. Trucking is a different type of headache, but still, like, I mean, like, if that is what you prefer, I mean, hey, you go for it. I mean, like, if you love the profession, you're gonna become probably a better worker than you were in trucking. So. Who knows, you know? So there's always a possibility to be better in another profession. Giovanni Piña, supongo yo que es el nombre. Buenas tardes, Francisco. Tengo dos preguntas. Primero, mi camión es un International 2019, no funciona el aire acondicionado, no prende el compresor, y la otra es el motor. Es un 450, X15 450. ¿Cuánto? Bueno, no sé qué significa con eso. Pero bien, lo que es el Giovanni Pina, lo que es el compresor de aire acondicionado, ahorita estamos hablando con otra persona acerca de eso, de lo que es el aire acondicionado. Aquí mismo pueden haber muchas razones, pero si el compresor no trabaja para nada, puede ser que esté bajo en frío, puede ser que no le llegue corriente por algún sensor que esté malo, o simplemente puede ser que haya una falla electrónica. Y eso está causando los problemas del camión, ¿verdad? Pero el camión tiene que estar físicamente para poderlo ver, para poder determinar el problema. Si no está físicamente el camión, no podemos determinar el problema, o tienen que llevarlo a alguien que lo pueda ver. O sea, para mí tengo que tener el camión físicamente para poder determinar el problema. Hay unos problemas que son bien complicados y a veces no los puedo reparar inmediatamente. Y hay veces que también hay problemas que no los puedo resolver así por así. Necesito tiempo. A veces los camiones se van y regresan con el mismo problema. Y no soy perfecto, ¿verdad? Entonces se ocupa tiempo, se ocupa cabeza, se ocupa todo. Así que yo digo de que siempre se puede resolver un problema. Solo se ocupa la paciencia del dueño operador y la determinación de mi persona para poder salir adelante, sacar el problema de cualquier manera. Y también el cobro tiene que ser algo razonable, ¿verdad? No vamos a estar cobrando cada vez que el camión viene todo el tiempo. Vamos a sacar una factura de $10,000 para sacar un aire acondicionado. Tampoco, no, ¿verdad? Entonces, cosas así. Veamos. Richard 0713. Thanks, Francisco. You're my hero. Thank you for thinking that about me. I appreciate it. Ok, Giovanni Pina, mi motor es un 450. Veamos cuánto se puede subir. Regularmente los motores X15, si su motor es un 450, los motores X15 tienen la capacidad para poderse subir hasta 500 caballos de fuerza, 550 caballos de fuerza. Generalmente tienen la capacidad. Lo que no se puede subir es el torque. El torque no se les puede subir. porque el torque básicamente es los componentes internos, las bielas, los cigüeñales. El caballaje se puede subir para sostener un desempeño rápido de lo que es la fuerza del motor, pero el torque no se puede subir para aumentar el torque total, la fuerza bruta del motor. Eso no, porque entonces tendría que hacer una modificación de motor interno. Pero los caballajes de los motores sí se pueden subir con el mismo torque. O sea, que podemos decir de que vamos a tener un camión, si ese camión es de 450, el motor es de 450 caballos, se puede subir a 550, que es el máximo para los X15, con 1600 libras, 1650 libras de torque. No más, el torque no cambia para nada, el torque se mantiene. Tal vez sí va a subir unos 5, 10, 20 libras de torque, para no hacer algo significativo. Para subir el torque ya necesitamos desarmar el motor y poner otro cigüeñal y poner bielas más amplias para poder tener una fuerza más grande. Pero sí se puede subir el caballaje. No más que en algunos casos no se puede subir así nomás, que solo vamos a llevar el camión y se sube. Hay que hacer unos movimientos bastante grandes, dado que los manufactureros, las compañías, los fabricantes, ya no solo permiten agarrar un mapa, un programa de computadora y descargarlo en la computadora del motor. Se tiene que hacer por medio de un proceso para poder aceptar esa programación, si no, no se acepta. Es algo más complicado hoy en día con los sistemas modernos de emisiones y computación de estos motores de diésel de hoy en día. Ok, Nehemías Hernández, hola Francisco, mi troque parece que acumula todo lo caliente en el motor y no lo expulsa, y eso me parece pero ¿cómo que acumula lo caliente en el motor? ¿Que se calienta el motor bastante alto o que el motor no se enfría? ¿A qué se refiere? ¿La temperatura del motor se mantiene alta o se mantiene bien? ¿O la temperatura del aceite se mantiene alta o se mantiene bien? Si puede decir eso para dar una mejor respuesta. Say Clevens, Leslie, sí, say 2013 BMW M Sport change turbos, valve cover leaking on white smoke and tailpipe. That problem is you have mostly on that BMW. If you're getting problems with that BMW with that 5, I mean that's the M63 engine twin turbo. So if you have a problem with that engine, that is the valve seal, it leaks oil. That's very common on those BMWs. So you will have to actually do a major job. You have to remove valve cover and everything, like cams and everything, to remove the steam seals on the valves. That way, that leak doesn't happen. Very common on those engines, on those BMWs, N63 engines. You say Hamed Koskes. I have a question, please. Yeah, you can answer. You can ask me the question. Just place your question here on the comment, and I will get to it. You know, I'm trying to get to every single question. Big Matthews. Say they are charging me 6,000 for a clutch on a DT12. It's a good price. Well, it depends, right? That's an okay price, I would say, but it depends, right? I will give you my price. That's my price for a clutch, a DT12 clutch, not just for the clutch. I'll do the labor to replace the clutch, the actuator, the rear motor mounts, the rear main seal, transmission fluid, flywheel resurface, and the clutch calibration, the programming, and everything. And I will charge around like $5,500, something like that. But that is not with the original clutch. We're using a different type of clutch that is not branded from Detroit, but is original as Detroit. You know how there are parts that are original, but they don't have the stamp of the Detroit. So that's what we're using. But if you want to get the original one that has the stamp of Detroit, that is like just like around $2,000, like $3,000, almost $3,000 just for the clutch. So there is always way how to save money. But if they charging you $6,000 just to replace the bare clutch, then that's it. Nothing else. Just the bare clutch, no actuator, no oil, no lubrication, nothing like that. That's expensive. But depending on what clutch they're using, if they're using the original one, yeah, I know it's like $3,000. But still, like they charge you like $3,000 of labor, that would be a lot of money. So you have to actually like section that to see. If you want my price, you have to bring the truck over here. But I know for sure you guys are very far from this area, so I always try to charge competitive rates. I don't really like to charge a lot of money, but I need to survive. I didn't have things to pay, right? So that's the reason why I have to charge something. But I'm gonna give you options on what you can get. If you want original, you want aftermarket, you want no branded original, and if you want just the used one, cheap one, depending on you buy it. I want to give you options so that way you can get the best price range depending on your circumstances. So if you want something like that, come to the shop. And the only situation is then you need to leave the truck for a couple of days because we are pretty packed always with so many trucks to work on. Okay, let's see. Say Anderson Shimukomo. Say I am following you from Sembag with great job. I don't know where is Sembag. That's I don't know what country is that. So if you can tell me what Zimbabwe country is, that would be great. Because I have no idea to be honest. But thank you for the support. Thank you. Selkio Civic. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Okay. So, buenas tardes. ¿En qué parte del USA se encuentra su taller de mecánica de camiones? Fontana, California, 8215 Beach Avenue, la dirección, o simplemente váyanse a lo que es Google y pongan Francisco Maya y le va a aparecer la ubicación CCA Fleet Services aquí en Fontana, California. Nomás acuérdense, traer tiempo siempre. Los camiones casi siempre se tienen que quedar. Tenemos mucho trabajo que hacer todo el tiempo, casi todo el tiempo. Orlando Juárez, ¿cómo podría tener comunicación directa cuando me parece la falla electrónica en cualquier motor X15? O sea, Orlando Juárez, I'm sorry. Juárez, comunicación directa conmigo. Bueno, podemos hacer algún trato o algo, alguna clase de pacto que hagamos depende cómo trabajemos en Instagram o en Facebook, y de ahí puedo darle mi contacto directo para ver cómo podemos trabajar. Pero sí, hable conmigo, nomás diga que se llama esto que acaba de mencionar aquí, este mismo comentario, o tómale un screenshot a este y me lo manda para yo recordarme, porque a veces me olvido de tanta cosa que hay que hacer. Ok, en el código, el Sergio R, el código que me dio de 27, that's in English, okay. Santiago, I'm sorry, Santiago R, the code that you gave me, 274203, it popped out here. So it's talking about like some type of trailer malfunction. So that's where it's done like it has nothing to do with the truck at all. I mean, it has to do with the truck, but I mean, it is nothing major that will affect the truck. So I will need more information to know what's going on there. But as it is there, it says that it has problems with some sort of circuit. It says a lifting axle. So I mean, I don't know if you have that, or it's simply a problem with the sun cap, then sending the wrong, or maybe you replace the sun cap and that had a different type of configuration. So that's something you will need to see. Okay, let's see. Let's go down. And I was here. Okay. Ahmed Coscat say, I have a question, please. I'm working on a DT12. The problem is the counter charge speed with 0 at times. So the transmission is failing to learn. Okay. The counter shaft on the DT12 transmission is the one that is right on the on the passenger side, near to the will be, well, it's not, there is nothing there to the, but on the passenger side there is one sensor that's then is right at the middle of the transmission. The transmission is right here, so it goes right here. So that is the counter shaft speed sensor for the digital transmission. So if that sensor reads 0, I mean, it is normal then that transmission reads 0 in some cases, because that sensor needs to be reading the counter shaft speed. So when the clutch is applied, like on and off, that sensor has to read 0 in order to get a gear on, a gear off. So when the truck when the transmission learning process is happening, most likely that counter shaft is going to be completely stopped, most likely, because it is getting gear in, gear out, gear in, gear out. It might be going like a 1 RPM, 20 RPMs, 100 RPMs, and then go back to 0 because the transmission asks the clutch to apply the clutch, release it in order to synchronize the gears on. So it is kind of normal for the transmission with the learning process to be on 0, because if it's not on 0, that means then the clutch is not stopping at all. If the truck starts, that counter shaft gotta be almost at the same speed of the engine. If that goes to 0 all of a sudden, if you start the truck and it is 500 RPMs on the counter shaft, and then all of a sudden goes to 0 and then goes back to 500, then you have a problem with the sensor, or maybe with the clutch, or maybe with something else. But if you start the truck normally and the counter shaft speed stays very steady, there is another problem that you have, and that's something that you will need to look into. So I hope this helped you. So we are moving on with a different question right now. Let's see. Okay, NDS 23 International 2014 International Comments IL6. Let's see. Tira humo negro y pierde poder. Luego camina normal, pasa las subidas y también con carga pesada. Le desconecté el EGR y trabaja bien. A veces pasa de que cuando están, seguro que está eliminado ese camión a NDS 23. Cuando están eliminados, la computadora necesita trabajar más directo que con el sistema de emisiones, con EGR y todo eso. Cuando tienen la válvula EGR activada, a veces tiran bastante humo los camiones cuando están eliminados. A veces es bueno cerrarla, porque pues el punto de la EGR es volver a recircular el carbón que se está saliendo del motor, y cuando eso pasa, la computadora indica que hay una clase de combustible que está llegando al motor que necesita ser quemada, ya sea con más inyección o con menos inyección, porque ese combustible puede ayudar a producir fuerza. Entonces es una clase de configuración matemática que hay en el flujo del EGR. Al cerrar y conjunto con el, es cuando ahí el filtro de las emisiones, es cuando ahí viene y empieza lo que es ¿cómo se llama? La conversión de emisiones completa. Pero es algo que se tiene que ver completo. Pero si trabaja bien el motor, perfecto, qué bueno, qué bueno. Ok, trucking tips DIY. Saludos, Francisco. Hey, saludos, ¿cómo estamos? Aquí andamos haciendo más videos, así trabajando. Nunca hay días libres aquí. Siempre hay algo que hacer. Bueno, sí hay días libres, pero se trabaja mucho. Ricardo Canto, buenas tardes, ingeniero Francisco. Saludos desde Puebla, México. Soy operador. No sé si me pueda ayudar con el trabajo de un camión Kenworth con motor Cummins. Cummins Packard el MEC. ¿Qué es MEC? Bueno, ¿qué motor? ¿2014 con motor Cummins o motor Packard? O sí, o sea, la carrocería Kenworth son Packard, pero ¿qué necesita ayuda? A ver si le puedo ayudar ahorita. Veamos si le puedo ayudar. Mándeme otro mensaje con la pregunta. Jeans, hola Francisco, les saludo desde Chile. Quería saber si los inyectores de un motor DT12 se bloquean al darle mucho arranque y no prende. Bueno, los motores no se tapan, no se bloquean si les están dando start o le están echando éter o lo que sea. Eso no se bloquea, o sea, eso sigue trabajando normal, eso no hay manera de cómo se tapen. Lo que se puede, bueno, la ocasión por la que se pueden tapar es porque llega basura a los a los inyectores y por eso se tapan. Ahí está. Ajá. Pero sí, no se tapan así nomás. Ok, veamos. Sign Nolu. I don't know how to pronounce this rightly, but I have a 2020 Cascadia with 471,000 miles on it. I think it's I'm thinking about buying warranty. Oh, okay. If you have a Cascadia with almost 500,000 miles and you plan to buy warranty, that would be great. So that's good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have that will, you have a peace of mind that your truck will be covered in case something breaks, especially the engine. Then like 500,000 miles. That's in the transmission. That's when they start to shift from good to bad. Okay, Edgar Arroyo. I took my 2019 Volvo to the shop. As Eduardo Arroyo, I'm sorry, it's Eduardo Arroyo. I took my 2019 Volvo D13 to the shop for a check engine light. They changed the pressure relief valve and adjust the valve. And they upgraded the software. The check engine is still on. Any advice? Well, I mean, depending on what's the problem, but based on what you have, just a little idea on what the problem is. Because I have no faults, right? Any type of fault codes, then I can think about what is the problem on your 2019 Volvo. But usually when they do that, when they upgrade the software and they do replace the pressure relief valve, when that is the problem, the situation goes like there is a problem with the injectors, most likely. What's that? Has any tires? Just leave it on the table there. Yeah. Yeah. So most likely the injectors go bad. The internal pump, because these injectors are pumped. So 3 injectors are pump and 3 injectors are high pressure injectors. So you have to replace all the 6 injectors to fix the problem. Then that will be the way to solve situations like that. Okay. Genuine Carrier, saludos. ¿Podrías darme la dirección de tu shop? 8215 Beach Avenue, Fontana, California. Sí, Fleet Service. You can find me. Me pueden encontrar en Google Maps. Why people continue on coming? Like a lot of.
Over here.
Okay, Truck Life 954, Truck Life 954. Say I have a D15 with a 1.1 million miles. The scanner says low fuel pressure. Does that mean the fuel pressure is almost done. It's possible. Then you have a problem with the fuel pump, but also it's possible then you have a problem with the fuel injectors too. So so we for that we need to see what the actual fault code is to get them a better idea understanding of the problem.
Upper lower control arm.
Okay, let's see. ATA. Hello, Francisco. AT say hello, Francisco. I got an issue with a 2017 Build 389 Cummins 615 going uphill, loaded. My temperature sometimes reaches 235 and the oil 55. It gave me check engine light, check engine and stop to stop. What will be this? Will be if you haven't replaced the thermostat, you can hey, you guys are talking. You can go there and talk over there. You can replace the thermostat, and that will be the way to start situation to solve problems. Replace the coolant thermostat and the old thermostat and see what happens. That will be the way to start. And I don't know if your truck is deleted too. If it's deleted, well, I mean, probably you have a problem with the cylinder head, right? But just try that before do anything else. Let's see, Rami. Hi, how are you? I have ATA's electric problem. The code is 35103 Cascadia 2020, and it keeps coming back. They changed the doser. They changed the two knock sensor, and they changed the heat line bunk too, and it's still coming back. So yeah. Mhm. You left the truck here, right? The truck is here. Okay. I'll get to you on Monday. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The three. Okay. Let me just type it in here because I want to give you the right information. I kind of like know that that's a wiring problem. That 3510-3 is a wiring problem, but I want to find out what exactly the problem is. So it depending like the year is what year, 2020, so it's gonna be related to the engine or maybe the engine depending on the year it varies. So if you have an older truck, it refers to the engine. If you have a newer truck, it refers to the emission box. But regardless of the problem, regardless on what it is most likely then you have wiring problems with that specific fault code, because that is kind of like low voltage, high voltage, low voltage situation. So it's a very common problem that I have seen many times, like with the 3510. The thing is like you have CPC, you have MCM, you have ACM, and all those are different modules with one common point, and that will be wiring situation. They all have the same situation, the wiring problem. So you need to see what is the actual code by pulling the fault code directly from the computer, and that will give me a better idea from what module that is coming from. But it's most likely that you will have to replace the wiring on that specific module that is giving that fault code. And I think it's the ACM or the MCM, one of the two on those engines. Not sure because it varies on depending on the year. So just giving you the idea. Okay, Rami says and brings more codes. Okay, Rami, 3 dealers, 3 states came fine was ground. Well, yeah, I mean like if they haven't replaced the wiring, but well, I mean like if you wanna bring it over, I can look at it. You know, like, if you are able to. You know, like, sometimes the trucks don't run with have that type of problems. But yeah, I'm here. So just bring it over. Just bring time with you. Don't expect it's gonna be ready the same day as you come. You know, so That's what I asked for, you know. Okay, and the S23 is 2014 International Protestar Cummins AS6, prendo el sí, pero se apaga solo y luego se vuelve a prender y tira sin aire frío. Problema de compresor. Si es así, es problema de compresor. Posiblemente el módulo, donde son los controles del aire acondicionado, es el módulo que controla la temperatura, la activación del aire acondicionado y todo. Posiblemente ese está fallando. Y en algunas ocasiones, si la falla está activa, no se va, si no se le hace físicamente borrar los códigos de la falla esa. Y tienen que borrarlos con la computadora. Y si no se borran, a veces nunca vuelven a trabajar de la manera como es. Pero tendría que verse más detalladamente para ver cuál es el problema. Así nomás está bien difícil. El camión tiene que estar presente para poder ver qué es lo que no está llegando corriente, no está llegando tierra. Posiblemente alguna señal se pierde en el camino, en el transcurso del cableado. Pero es de ver. Veamos a Daniel Suru. Best oil for Volvo D13 en oil change intervals. Gracias. I mean, Volvo doesn't require very specific oil as long as it is a low emission oil, depending on the year too. If you have a new 2023, 2024, you have to use the new synthetic for emissions, right? But if you are using the oil 2020 and older Volvo, you can use like 512, 540, 1540, 530, 1030, depending on where you are, depending on the area. If you are in a cold area, you can use a lower weight. If you are in a hotter area, you can use a higher weight, depending. And oil change intervals are going to vary depending on the actual labor that you do. I mean, how you drive your truck. If you are hauling over the 48 states, well, I mean, like a 20,000, 25,000 miles will be, I think, the maximum with synthetic oil. And if you are local, probably 10,000 miles or 3 months, depending, right? What is the closest to the mark? I will say then you need to see the oil change intervals depending on your driving habits too. Because if you go by dealer standards, if the manufacturer is telling you, then oil change gotta be around 30,000 to 50,000 miles, which is a lot. I don't think that is right. But they do that for a reason. Maybe they want the trucks to break sooner, so that way they can, people to buy new trucks every time. Who knows? But as it is, I would say then if you're really planning to do oil change in a specific time, specific interval, like let's say 20,000 miles, use synthetic oil regardless. And if you are a local driver, 3 months, don't pass 3 months. That would be a lot. Still 10,000 miles is a lot too. But just try to keep it lower than that, so that way your engine maintains fresh oil all the time. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, I'm going down. Okay. Rami says the codes are the 336131 and the 574113 and the 4334.4. Those are fault codes related to the emission. So that means then the fault code is related to the emission. Let's see. So you talk about the 336. Oh, sorry. 336 41. No. Okay, diesel Excel. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, most likely then you have problems with the wiring. I will say that, but that's emission, the emission box, the sensor, the SCR box wiring, or maybe the SCR wiring, which is all the bottom cabin area wiring that goes all the way to the SCR box. The SCR sensor wiring is just the box, the small wiring. Let's see what other codes you have. 47 for 5741. 5741. Yeah, that's for sub sensor, huh? Yeah, that's sub sensor signal missing. Yeah. So that is sub sensor. Definitely, like wiring usually breaks on that when the that code is on. Let's see. And the 4334. I think that's a DF pump problem. The way I see it, it sounds like DEF. So. Yeah, that is the same, the pressure, that's the pump problem. So and the other one is the wiring. So it's most likely then that you have a problem with the ACR wiring. I think, I don't know if they have to replace that. If there is no problem with the ACR wiring, probably the wiring that goes from the computer to the ACR unit are bad. So I mean, if the D rate, you have 5 miles D rate. That's easy. That's something easy to be programmed. I can program it to run more than 5 miles per hour. But the truck has to be here, right? Or I had to go pick the truck up like somewhere. Like, hey, you know what? I want to do that. But there is many ways. There are many things I can do to help a customer if you want to bring the truck over here. But if we talk about that, it's going to be a little more expensive. And I don't know if sometimes you guys are willing to pay, But I have many ways to have to bring a truck back from anywhere, if the engine is in one piece, right? And the transmission in one piece, right? Okay. Let's see. Rami, and there is no tow trucks where I live. Oh, sorry about that one. Okay, is there a way to bypass the family rate? 2020, DD15, Cascadia, let's see, just make it to 60 miles and I can find tow trucks. Well, I mean, I care for, if you are a 2020 Cascadia, most likely you have a automatic transmission. And the only way to bypass that is by computer. I can program it myself to bypass that, but the faults are not going to go away, but the D rate is going to go away. So you're going to be able to drive more than 5 miles per hour. But I have to physically be there to be able to do that. There is a way, but if I don't know if you mechanics know about it, but yeah, that's what I know. Let's see. Just as scone. I don't know how is that is correctly. So I'm sorry if I am pronouncing wrongly. So I have a question. Yesterday I started my truck in yard. It showed check engine stop and the oil light shut off in 20 seconds. The oil pressure gauge was 0 the second time, and I tried to start it up. Please tell me. Hey, what? That is true. I mean, okay, if you have a truck, that what he's saying right there. Like, I have a question, right? Yeah, I started my truck in yard. You show the checking light, stop, and the light, in the oil light, and it shut down in 20 seconds. The oil pressure gauge was 0 the second time. I tried to start and it wouldn't start up. That specific problem, that means then the engine is gone. I'm sorry to say it, that is bad. So hear me here. If you start a truck, any truck, doesn't matter what type of truck you are start, and the oil pressure is 0, don't start it again. Don't do it. Don't even crank it anymore, because if the oil pressure is 0, you're gonna destroy your engine completely, and there is nothing else to do. Just repair the engine. So don't do that. So as it is now, I think that the engine is gone. So but like there's no guarantee of what I think until I see the problem. So if I see, I remove all the bottom end and everything. If the engine is does only click 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 and it doesn't start, that means the engine is gone. But I mean, that is sad. I mean, that's something then that's really bad. I don't think that's something that we want to happen. Like we want that to happen to our truck. So I'll just give you, for anybody that hasn't experienced this problem, if you start your truck and the oil pressure goes to zero, all of a sudden, don't start your truck once again. Leave it there. I mean, I know sometimes you're gonna be in the middle of the street, and if you have to start the truck, it is on your own risk to destroy your engine. So I know that happens sometimes. Let's see. Say Ricardo Canto, buenas tardes, Francisco, saludos desde Puebla, México. De favor, ¿me puede orientar qué de diagnósticos? Sí, cuando aquí me puede preguntar algo o puedo ver qué es lo que puedo hacer para darle información. Just Skellon, it is a Freightliner 2013. Yeah, they have a plastic old suction manifold and that breaks. So maybe that is the reason, but I don't know. I mean, I need to see it. All right, let's see. Ricardo Canto, perdón, no he podido llegar a punto. De favor, ¿me puede orientar? Condujo un camión Kenworth 2014 Cummins. Sí, a ver qué pregunta tiene. Sí, el motor Packard, Ricardo Canto dice, el motor Packard 2014, carga, despega bien, vacío, pierde potencia, saca humo negro y los cambios se sienten como que si estuviera cargado. Está perdiendo fuerza. Bueno, ahí depende, ¿verdad? Puede ser de que tenga fuga de turbo, que tenga baja presión de diésel, que el motor no tenga buen desempeño. Todo es una falla mecánica que se transmite a electrónico. Para eso se necesita tener una computadora y por lo menos lo más fácil sería ir a dar una vuelta con el chofer, poner la computadora del camión a la computadora con el programa original del motor, ir a dar una vuelta con el chofer a ver qué clase de problema podemos ver visual. Y si hay algún problema ahí, pues se resuelve. Y si no, pues hay que seguirle buscando hasta que se encuentre. A veces los problemas tardan mucho en poderse resolver, pero cuando son problemas así, el camión tiene que estar presente con una computadora y una persona que pueda diagnosticarlo. Esos problemas son un poco complicados, muy, muy complicados. Veamos, Edwin Reyes, what happened to the DD15 high fuel pressures in there is okay, hold on. So Edwin Reyes say, what happened to the DD15 high fuel pressure system? Explain. Okay, you want me to do a video about it? That's what you're asking. I did a video just recently, a month ago, talking about fuel pressure in general, not specifically DD15. But if you guys want me to do a video about it, just comment below and tell me, you know what, can you do a video about this, please? And I will consider, I will like schedule it, or I will have you decide if you really want me to do a video about the DD15 specifically. So, well, let's see. Let's move on to the next question. Sainu. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. Okay. What do you think about buying warranty on Freightliner Cascadia DD15 with 400,000 miles, 171,000 miles on it? Well, I mean, like, I don't know how much is going to be the warranty, and if you buy it from the aftermarket providers, I mean, third-party providers, like people themselves warranties, extended warranties, that kind of sucks. You know, like that warranty is kind of crappy. You know, they can give you repairs as warranty, but they have to. They make you waste a lot of time because they don't want people to rip them off either. So they will come to the shop and they will start like seeing what's the problem, this and that. I want pictures, I want that, I want that. They want and they will like see if that's the problem that was caused the problem, and then they will cover the warranty. But they will have me do the job, and then eventually they will send me a check. So, but if you buy a warranty directly from the manufacturer, from the dealer, that's a little better, but it will be expensive. So it depends. But in many cases, when you have a specific amount of mileage, they don't want you to buy warranty because they know the truck is gonna break eventually. So I don't know if they're gonna be allowing you to have warranty when you are close to the 500,000 mile mark. So, but it will be a good option, as I said. So hopefully you can get it. That will be good for you. NUSA 77. My truck 2020 D15 Cascadian with 768,000 miles. Sometimes engine light and code 132710. That means cylinder number 5. Something wrong, and need a rebuild. But still running good. Sounds like a good idea. Well, yeah, I mean, rebuilding your engine when you have close to 1 million miles is always a good idea. So there's nothing wrong. And if you have a code related to the injector, probably, yeah, it's possible that the injector is bad. Let's see what the specific code is. The 132710. So 1327. 305. Oh, okay, yeah. So this code right here, the 132710 means it refers to a low compression on that cylinder. Possible what happening there, then every time you start the truck in the morning, it tells that code and eventually it goes away. So it's possible then, yeah, you will need an engine overhaul. So you can get prepared for that. That would be good. Eduardo Arroyo, can you please let me know what type of code means for the P27E00 and the P26C00? Let me see if I can find those codes over here. Okay, that's the P. 027E. 00. Okay. All right. The freeze code talks about then the injection is lower than expected. Then the injection amount is lower than expected. Like the pressure is not as it should be. So maybe there is not enough pressure built, or simply there is not how you call there is not enough fuel flow to the system. Could be an injector pump thing is bad. So let's see the other one. The other one could be a 26C00. Fuel injection quantity lower than expected. So that one is the same thing. I mean, the freeze code talks about then the pressure during the coldest time of a starting period of the engine is lower than expected, and the second one talks about then the fuel pressure in general is low. So yeah, probably your fuel injectors are bad, so you will have to replace them. All right, Kenny Estrada, my X15 Cummins, the fuel and water separator low about an inch. I had one way bulb replaced and same issue. Could be the lift pump. Let's see, the fuel water separator low about an inch. So you're talking about then the fuel in the water separator looks lower, like it looks like an inch lower, or you talk about then there is air in the system when you start your truck, because I have seen trucks like that and the fuel is never on top. So what exactly is like the fuel is lower than the top, or the inch you talk about the pressure than uh, the restriction of the air filter? What exactly is? Can you explain that a little better, Kenny Estrada? Power movers express. This is the god of fixing trucks. Thank you, Power Move Express. And thank you. I mean, I'm trying to give the best information possible, trying to help everybody. There is so many things to do, and I'm trying to do the best I can for everything, every one of you. All right, so we're getting close to finish this video because we are about like 1 hour and 15 minutes. So let's see. JBC, what's up, brother? Finally changed the clutch on my truck, and it takes like 10 seconds to take off on low gear. Interesting. Uh, that that is strange. If you have if you replace the clutch, right, and it takes like 10 seconds, you talk about like it's kind of like the transmission and the clutch kind of like it slips, like kind of like you press the gas and you feel like the RPM goes up, but the truck doesn't move, and eventually the truck starts to pick up little by little until it gains speed. So if that is the case, probably they didn't resurface the flywheel correctly. That could be the issue. Or they didn't change the clutch at all. So maybe a problem with the clutch, or I don't know. But if that's the case, yeah, most likely then there is a problem with the job they did. That doesn't supposed to happen. Depending on the transmission you have too. I mean, I think that you're talking about a DD12 transmission. So doesn't supposed to happen at all. The most time a truck takes to go from 0 to first gear, like pick up a speed like 5 miles per hour, it's like a 1 second, 2 seconds. That's the maximum delay. Then happens sometimes because like here and there, but it's not the case. It's like half of a second and truck start moving immediately. Okay, Ramin says, thank you so much, Francisco. I always watch and enjoy your videos. Keep it up, brother. Great guy. Thank you. I try to help. Not like as I say, this is questions and answers. So Q&A. So you can ask anything and I have the answer, I'll give it to you. Today is the day you can ask anything if I know the answer, right? Sometimes I don't know the answer, so I won't give you any answer. So and if it's a very delicate job, then also too, I won't give you an answer. But if I can give you an answer, I will give it to you. Okay, JBC says, do you have Cash App? Yes, I do Cash App. On the description of all the videos I have, there is Cash App, or also in my channel, in my profile on my channel, there is a Cash App, PayPal too. So if you want to send any type of support, you're more than welcome. I always appreciate the support. Thunderstorm 87. I have a 2020 Cascadia with drifting engine, 497 miles. I've had it for 5 months, and I don't think it's ever had a region, a DPF cleaned. Should I get DPF bake, or what do you recommend? Okay, if for the 2020 Cascadias, the DPF, the life of the filters is longer than the oldest Cascadias. So for those, sometimes they can go up to 700,000 miles, and you're never gonna see the filters being removed, because they have better quality when it comes to duration. I will say then if you want to clean the filters, that would be good. There's nothing bad about it. There is 2 ways to clean the filters. If you have problems with the DPF, remove the filters and take them to bake, and that will be good. But if you have no problems at all, you can do it through the computer and do a force region, then it takes around 5 hours, and that will clean the filter as well, and it works pretty well. I have a video showing that, so you can go to my channel and you can see how to clean the filters without removing the filters. I have videos talking about it, and I have videos too, like removing the filters too. So it is the same, doesn't change. It changed from 2022 and up. That's a little different. So probably I will update the video soon, because that is something that is already changed. But the older Cascadias 2021 and older, they all use the similar one box design, which is very basic nowadays. Ricardo Cando, motor para cuando peso trabaja normal y vacío pierde potencia. Al hacer cambio de velocidad saca humo carbonizado. Sí, es posible de que hay una falla, tal vez fuera de pérdida de turbo, tal vez hay una clase de pérdida de presión de diésel, pero para eso se necesita revisar con una computadora. Y ya una vez lo hacen, pues podemos encontrarlo, pero sí es posible que haya algo así de esa manera. JBC, JBC, I also have another unit, Cascadia. It had an issue with it RT signal, and the wiper, the high beam sometimes don't work. Well, if you have problem at Cascadia with anything that is related to the cabin, like lights, wipers, and stuff like that, it's possible then the module inside the cabin, which is the sun cap, is going bad, or is having a malfunction, or wiring is having a malfunction. I don't know, but you need to see it. You need to remove it, you can replace it, or you need to check the wiring. That happens. But if all of a sudden the light turns on and off by itself, and the truck is off completely, it's most likely then the module is bad. So that's something that you need to check. JBC sounds like he needs a new box. I had that issue in one of my older trucks. Yeah. That you said, JBC. Truck Life 954 says, gracias por tus videos. Que he estado observando antes de que la mujer, de la mujer fallecida. Gracias porque haces, por lo que haces, y por favor sigue haciendo videos. Buenas noches, amigo. Tu suscriptor de Haití. Ahí estamos. Muchas gracias y gracias por seguirme por tanto tiempo. Creo que si me siguen por mucho tiempo es porque estoy haciendo algo bueno. Así que gracias por su apoyo, y yo también los voy a apoyar de la manera que pueda. No puedo apoyarlos totalmente, pero aunque sea parcialmente, los puedo hacer una vez de vez en cuando. Ok, veamos a Poppy 3579 say, are you going to be doing this often? Q&A streams? I don't know, depending if you guys like this, I definitely gonna be doing more likely. I mean, this, what I do, live videos, is depending on you. You tell me what to do, live video, and I'll do it. I mean, of course, don't tell me to jump off a cliff, then I won't do it. But everything that has to be about trucking, right? Like trucks in general. So you tell me to do a video about something, and if you guys want me to do a video, this is your voice, live videos. The rest of the videos, the ones I do in my regular channel, that is on me. But you have the power to tell me what you would like me to talk about on the live videos. And that's the reason why I have been doing surveys on what you like me to talk about, like polls, like, hey, you know what, you want me to talk about this, you want me to talk about that, and depending on what you want me to say, I mean, like, I will just talk about that. Okay. Dylan say, trucking tips DIY. Thank you for your videos about the bypass speed sensor. Save me. So say Meme to Mexico, 100 miles. Hey, I mean, yeah, all the videos are good, right? So anybody that helps the trucking industry, more than welcome nowadays, especially on how tough it is right now. Say Poppy 3579. Is it a good idea to delete do a delete on the 2019 Flamenco Cascadia? Uh, I mean, it depends on what you need to do. If that's something, then it will not help you to continue your business. Hey, I mean, like, I have nothing to say against that. I mean, like, I am not a person that says, "Oh, if you delete your truck is bad," like that's. I don't care. As long as you make money, that's what it is. I am not the authority. I am not the guy in a suit and is gonna come and tell you what you did. So I don't care. I mean, hey, I mean, if you need to do it, go ahead, do it. I mean, just make sure then you do it right. You do it right, so that way you can prevent problems and stuff like that. And let's see. Okay, that's Rafael, Bolanos. El pedal del gas en Finlandia DD3 se pone duro. ¿Qué puedo hacer? El pedal del gas se pone duro en un DD13. Ok, el pedal de aceleración de un camión Cascadia, en este caso un DD13, es un pedal electrónico, no tiene ningún cable que sale de ningún lado. Si se pone duro, es muy posible que el pedal esté malo o algo esté haciendo que el pedal se quede trabado. Posiblemente tenga que cambiarlo, pero no hay ningún cable que sale a ningún lado físicamente. Es un sensor, un potenciómetro que va conectado al pedal y ese es el que hace el movimiento del acelerador. Si ese es su problema, posiblemente tiene que cambiar el pedal. Okay, Poppy 3579. Yes, this is great. All right. I mean, yeah, you were talking about the Q&A. Yes. I mean, if you guys want me to do more of this, I mean, like I would say, then probably I won't do it that often because it gets boring after a while. But I had to vary videos. But if I do a poll and I put Q&A and you guys select that, I mean, I will do it even though I did last month. So, I mean, it's you the one that decide what you want me to do. Okay. Jaywalk says 26590 high flow common causes wire harness no leaks. Let me see. That's 26590. Okay, let me do. 26590. Okay. All right. Yeah. Target error. EGR target error. I have seen many times that. Okay. When you have a EGR target error problem on your truck, means then, or either you get more flow or you get less flow on your EGR system, which means then it's possible then the EGR is slightly open, the delta pressure sensor is not reading the correct information, or there is a specific pressure that is returning from the engine, making the engine think then there is excessive pressure and that closes the valve. So it could be an engine malfunction, it could be an EGR malfunction, it could be an EGR delta pressure malfunction, or simply could be then the filters, the DPF filters are clogged or way open. When there is, it has to be a specific amount of restriction on the turbo area for it to have the right amount of pressure to go back to the EGR system. So something that you need to look like, do investigate with the computer. Okay, Eduardo Arroyo say thank you for your help, Francisco. Hey, I am here to help, and maybe I won't be here the whole time, but I'm trying to be as much as I can. All right, Dylan says, Francisco, is it good to buy use bugs from a great shop, great yard, or buy a new one. Miles say 800,000 miles, 870,000 miles now. Well, I mean, like sometimes you can go to the junkyard, to the great yards, and you're gonna find used SCR boxes that are in a perfect condition. I have seen boxes that look like brand new. So if that's the case, you more likely to buy. But if you see trucks that have boxes that are painted on the color, the chassis black, or depending on the color the truck was, is I use maybe a old box. So you might not want to buy something like that. So if it looks like brand new, like like a metal looking, like looks brand new, that probably will be a good purchase, and it will be way cheaper. But yeah, it's possible that you can find a good one in a junkyard. Rafael Bolano say gracias. Let's see. Sí, debe de ser el sensor sucio o el pedal. Podría limpiarlo con algo. Sí, el pedal se puede desarmar. Lo pueden sacar, lo pueden desarmar y limpiarlo y todo. Y echarle lubricante y todo para que se haga más suave. Pero sí se puede. Así para que se puedan ahorrar un poco de dinero. Bueno. Si ya no tienen otra pregunta, yo me voy. There is no more answers, so I'm leaving now. Spend 1 hour and 30 minutes answering questions. Another question. And this is not over. I will do another video answering questions. You guys just let me know. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. So if you guys want me to do another video, just comment below in all the videos, whatever video, and I will note it up, and I will be like, you know what, let's do another Q&A. Podemos hacer otras preguntas. Y ya. So, but that would be this video. That's all. So thank you. I have one last question for you, Sam SBA. There is always a person that comes late and wants to be answered. So, and there is another question right now. So, and that's it. I mean, after these questions, I'm serious. I mean, like I have to do something. I have to go visit my sister with my family and stuff like that. And it's already what, like 2:30. I'll be leaving at 3. I'm already late, so I'm leaving. So, how long does the AGR cooler last on Cummins X15 400,000 miles? And how do you diagnose a bad air compressor? Well, the Cummins with ER cooler doesn't have a mileage to get bad, but a specific amount of mileage, like 500,000 miles, like maybe that will be the life, 600,000 miles, but it can break, it can like coolant in, or it can get clogged with carbon. So 500,000 miles, I would say average. It's not like it's going to happen to your truck, but average trucks like 500,000 miles. Okay, just count them. Says I got this cut. Felt 100 SPN 100. Okay, let's see that. 100 F1. If I get something here, I'll give you the answer. Low oil pressure. That's very bad. So that code right there, then you have the says and it's low oil pressure. So you're bad. That's bad. That code that you have there, very bad. So no good. Low oil pressure. That and you were talking about the truck that shut off. Yeah, the engine might be bad. Okay, I don't know. I mean, okay, you guys gotta stop asking me questions. I mean, Anthony Blog, Francisco, I have a friend with a 2018 Cascadia with a DPF delete the DF light keeps on flashing. The truck don't want to change in speed. Then what happened? If the thing is like even though then you have a DPF delete, doesn't mean then the computer is deleted completely. I mean, like, the emission system is deleted, but if the computer, the actual emission computer disappears, like it disconnects itself, you're gonna have the same due rate as if the system was hooked to the like original. So maybe then the computer is not receiving power, and that's the reason why you're having problems. I have seen problems like that before. Computers go bad and giving you problems like that, even though they're deleted. So, all right. So, you he's on the side of the road. Oh, that's bad. But anyway, if that is the case, well, I mean, like, probably some just replace the computer and see what happens. The emission computer, and maybe that could solve the problem. I have seen problems like that, but for me, I need to have the truck here to see where I need to go to the truck and see what's the problem and do the repair. So, I mean, I have seen problems like that before, specifically like that. Truck deleted and it had problems like emission problems. So, all right. So, do you think it's worth to repair or just sell to the junkyard? Well, it depends on the year and the 2013. I mean, it depends on you. I mean, like that truck probably is worth like $10,000, $15,000 maximum. So, and if it doesn't run, probably like $5,000, depending on the area, right? Don't get me wrong. I don't know where you live and everything, so the prices can vary. So, but in the area here in California, at 2012, it doesn't run $5,000, and that's the price you're gonna get. So it's up to you. But if you want a newer truck, yeah, that is better to junk it. It's not worth to spend $20,000 to make that truck back. You know, like you better get the $20,000 and get a truck that runs immediately and just continue your days working. You know? Okay, Anthony, Bob. Thanks. All right. Yes, almost 100,000 subscribers. Yeah, that's true. Yes. So I'm getting there. So probably this weekend I'm getting there. So, but anyway, as it is, I need to leave. So you guys got to stop asking me questions. So, saludos de Texas. Gracias por sus respuestas a mi pregunta. Ok. Ahí estamos. Ok. Próximo video, el otro mes, video en vivo. Yo o quieren algo parecido a esto, voy a hacer una sección de preguntas y ahí me responden si quieren hacer eso. Un poll o algo así. So you guys can just like decide what will be the next video for September. So as it is now, this live video is over. I gotta go. I have things to do. And see you next month in live video. So thank you for your support and close to the 100,000 subscribers, and probably that will be in the next live video, to be honest. All right, see you later. Bye. Bye. Yes, I'm leaving. Okay.